Oh, hey there, guys, and we are here. Well, actually, no, I am here. There's a difference this time. I'm here, no sin. He had to go literally just like 10, 15 seconds ago. And so, we were going to play this together, some Cook Serve Delicious, but it will unfortunately just be me now. So, I think last time I was talking about upgrading the wine to get the $15 wine. I'm pretty sure that's what I was talking about. Maybe I was talking about buying... No, I wanted to go for the extra wine. Okay, well, regardless, I suppose what I can do to fill up some of this space is talk about my new computer, the components of which came yesterday during the nighttime during Marching Basics camp. It's a funny story actually. During practice, we were doing a bunch of evaluation things that we're going to be passing off to the directors on Thursday, aka tomorrow. And so while we were out there in the middle of the third set of them, I managed to look over at the road because the band director was behind me and the road was just past him, and I saw a FedEx truck, and so I was like, oh, I think I know what this means. And sure enough, when I got home, big old box, I don't know how to describe it, it's probably like a 3 foot by 2 foot by 2 foot box-ish. And I didn't get to open it, but I knew since it had the Newegg logo on the side that it was all my computer parts. So this morning I woke up like 5:30, just because, oh, and people messaging me. I woke up about 5:30, and I stayed in bed because I heard my dad and my mom wondering about. My mom is on a business trip now. But my dad was waking up to go to work, and after he left out, I went ahead out to the living room where the box was. I opened the thing up, and I started unpacking everything. So I started with the monitors that came 1 or 2 days prior. Maybe, no, I think it was that morning is the deal. And, so I went ahead and assembled those. And so now they're out on the counter and just being amazing looking, minus the little like protective anti-smudge for like glossy coating film sort of stuff. So there's just this film on them right now, but they're assembled otherwise. They look really good, and they're really thin. They have all the things I need, and they came in at a lower price than a much worse monitor that is my current second monitor on the PC that will eventually, well, not eventually, that will then become my brother's. So I think I went through this in another video, all the parts. In fact, I think I spread it out through a couple of videos, but I'm going to, once I get on my new computer, make a dedicated video to it, like the building and everything and all the different parts. I have all the pictures taken of all the boxes that things came in, and I'll do some more picture taking later when I make the actual computer. And I'm doing it later because my dad wants to supervise and or help build it, and so it will be a while until he is home, you know, being at work. So let's see, it is currently like 3:10, I think. At least that's what that clock up there says. It may be a little inaccurate. Anyway, so in roughly 3 hours, I will begin building my PC in order to get amazing stuff. So, a couple of interesting things. I can understand why, but I think it may have been a little excessive. It did fill up the box the rest of the way, but like the packaging, all the like inflated little baggies that the components were accompanied with or by, there was a lot of it. I didn't I expected a good portion of that box to be like at least some sort of foam, but it was actually a lot of that it's almost like large bubble wrap. Not like literal large bubble wrap, but like it was a bunch of segmented little inflated pieces of plastic. Adequate, it's, I guess, like especially the hard drive, the normal hard drive. I have an SSD to go along with it too for like boot drive and some programs and stuff, but the boot drive in there, or no, sorry, not the boot drive, the hard drive, the regular one, the mass storage drive on it, like it was coated almost, like they had this special little container for it to go in. It was essentially like the large foam or plastic inflated thing padding in the box, but it was sort of miniaturized and just the right size to fit a 3.5-inch drive, such as that hard drive. And so it was kind of weird because like it feels like it's pieces of plastic as opposed to like some piece of inflated plastic. It just felt pretty solid. It just, I don't know, it's kind of weird how something filled with so much air can feel so solid. I checked out all the components. Like I said, I took pictures of them, made sure everything was good. We'll have to verify that they're all working once we start the process. We'll do a little test build outside of the case to make sure that the components will cooperate so we don't have to disassemble it once we've already gotten it mostly assembled. Other than that, I've watched a ton of videos on things like that. Also, Perfect Day, just rambling on, because these are super easy orders. Almost towards a 1-star restaurant. Ooh. Wow, lots of extra money. Menu right, yeah, I'm aware. Safety inspection. Okay, that was spam, pretty sure. Let's upgrade. Get some better wine. Now, this little asterisk here, I don't know where it would hold, like where it shows it otherwise if it were, but it sort of says it there. Basically, this asterisk means that you're going to have an upgrade of $8 to $15 effectively, because while you do get an item that costs $15, that's one of two items. The cheap wine still costs $8 and the new wine costs $15. So it depends on which they order. It's very, very good idea so that you don't just get a straight upgrade since it's such a big upgrade. Let's think. What else? The monitors were such a cinch to put together. It's literally just take out the cables because you're going to need those eventually. Take the panel. It already had like half of the base assembled, the stand, and then you just put it on the little base itself so that it stands up instead of flopping over. And I'll go over this in the future video, but it's a very, very nice looking white and blue system. The case doesn't have a side panel that has a window on it, but I can still open it up pretty easily to show people, so it's not a problem that I can't really see inside ordinarily. I should get much improved graphics and performance out of it, even though it has the Pentium G3258 being a 2-core, because it is unlocked. and it has a really good thermal output, as in a very low one, so I can overclock that thing pretty well, even on the stock cooler, and get a good temp on it. So I'm thinking I at least want what this is putting out, 3.6, but I'm not going to get a perfect 8. I'm going to try to get it up to 4.0. This is that more expensive one, by the way. More people like that, it appears. And so at least 3.6, probably target around 4.0. If it's under load 100% and only getting like 50 degrees Celsius, I'll keep bumping it up until it does eventually top out at about 60. But I just want it to be within a safe limit while being extremely powerful, because if that thing is anywhere near what people have said it is, it's going to be better than this CPU and the current computer. And it won't be able to do things that require more cores, like rendering as well, or things like video encoding, but it will do some of that. So it won't do like what a 4770K would do, obviously, even though you can get similar clocks on the lower end. But this thing costs less than a third. Less than a third of that. It even costs less than a third of the 4790K, because that's the same price as the 4770K. And the 4790K is supposed to be even better than the 4770K because of its better thermal interface material or whatever, making it run cooler, similar to what this Pentium does. This is actually a pretty good analogy. The way you can think of it is 2-core versus 4-core versus any more cores. It's sort of like in, for example, like in Big Reactors mod, having nuclear fuel rods together in close proximity. The more you have closer together, that the less likely it is to stay cool, because all of the neutrons are reflecting around and hitting into all the others, and it's heating it up exponentially. So it's the same sort of thing with the fewer cores. It doesn't use what other things can do with more cores, because it doesn't have those additional cores. It runs higher frequency on the same the same frequency on a fewer number of cores. So they're doing more than each core on, say, a 4770K, but that's because it doesn't have to worry as much about the things like the thermal output, because there's more distance and more open circuitry between the two cores, as opposed to each of the 4 cores is closer to each other. So overall the thermals are better, and the cores are doing more each, but that's because they kind of have to if you're going to sell a 2-core. Also, I see we have one person currently here. I'm going to have to move away to just keep an eye on that. Thank you for joining me, by the way, whoever you might be. Making a good bit of money, especially with this new wine. It's just about doubling what I can make with a wine bottle about half the time. So it's effectively a quarter upgrade constant. So I'm pretty much getting $12 per wine bottle. That's as much as I want to say the upgraded fish. Also, I don't know how it's going to work out, but it might change. But the plan currently is to build the computer tonight, install operating system possibly, that's possibly, because we don't know if we'll have time or not. Hopefully we will, but probably not. If not, then I'll do it in the morning, and we can get all the drivers and stuff set up. But the plan is for the latter, where it's going to take longer. Ooh, more buzz. So, don't expect me to put out a video tomorrow, because chances are it'll end up being on Thursday that you see me next. But on Thursday, you can expect to see the video and a video the day prior, or I think I just contradicted myself by saying prior, but the day after. Let's just say it more simply. Let's see, I have $1,500, not enough for a steak, but enough for a lasagna or something similar. I saw I hadn't... Oh, I can now access these. Okay, good. I don't have burgers or pizzas, unfortunately. I need to buy an upgrade and... or buy some equipment and then buy the burgers, and the pizza is right here. Oh, I don't even have enough to afford pizza, so no, I'm not doing that right now. Maybe in the future, but not right now. Let's try to get it perfect again, like the other day. Tip, m'lady. I forgot my rules from the other day, because I was just caught up in trying to say things. But yeah, expect videos on computer, especially like comparisons. I'm going to get into the PC console debate, I guess you could call it. I'm going to be talking about that versus custom built versus proprietary machines, versus boutique machines, versus like mobile, I guess. If you guys want, just let me know any sort of comparisons you want me to make, and I will make them. Like, say you don't know whether you want to go for... this is in general, like, don't tell me iPhone 5 or Galaxy S5 or something. Ask me, like, for example, custom computer versus tablet computer or something. Because I can do some compare and contrasts on that. But just leave anything you like in those sort of terms below, and I will be sure to acknowledge and make a video on them, most likely. Unless it's just sort of a simple thing, I will make a video on it, or I'll try. For example, I'm pretty sure the first one I'm going to be doing is going to be custom computer versus console. So, expect that sort of thing within the near future. It's actually kind of easy to play this, since I'm just making these simple recipes, even while I'm trying to keep up a conversation with you guys. I didn't realize how easy it would be, but it takes a tiny bit of getting used to. Other than that, as long as you're not making difficult things like lasagna's fair, pizza's pretty hard. In fact, it may be one of the hardest, I don't know. Salad's very hard. Lasagna, I think I said that a second ago, but I'll say it again, it's kind of easy, but it's kind of not. It's easy for the fact that you only have 4 keys, but it's kind of hard because you have to press them in the right order. Otherwise you get a very quickly degraded score on it. Like, it'll go down to average really easily because you want to press those so quickly and if you don't press them quick enough, then you're going to end up making a lot of mistakes. Let's just adjust here in the seat. So yeah, hopefully things like Phantoms, Ghost Recon Phantoms that is, Minecraft will be smoother. I can use shaders most likely, but expect performance increases, and also I should expect an amazing looking machine. The case I have, which I'll again go into in that future video, is amazing despite not having that window. But then again, usually the window is like some sort of acrylic and it looks really cheap. Well, it looks like glass, but when you like touch it or accidentally scratch it, it looks cheap. Because glass doesn't scratch that easily. By the way guys, feel free to take my little strategy here with the 3 easiest things to make ever. Because, after all, I am not here to benefit myself, I'm here to have fun and get good while doing so. Get good, kid. These plates have begun to get really easy. Lots of people getting this expensive wine. Oh, okay, I was about to say, I've done that in the past once or twice, and I usually press it again anyway, just because my body's like, oh no, do it again to do it, to undo it. And so, it's like, okay, that works. Good thing it did, good thing it does, because like, for example, if you were to press up once, you can't go back. Oh. Hopefully, Sin will be back sometime in the near future, because we're only about 23 minutes in, and no, actually we're only 22 minutes in, and I do not know how long I can keep a constant conversation without going like what I usually do, even with Sin, which is like read out what I'm doing verbatim, like for example, okay, macro, enter, down S, that sort of thing. I don't know how long I'll be able to go without that. We're almost at closing time and we haven't made a mistake today. Now I want to know, what is that? I know it's obviously a picture of like the moon, but what gives me the nighttime bonus? And why would it be a bonus? Is that like for the wine or something, since it's more of a fancy thing? Not many tips, milady. Ooh, steak is now upgradable, and I'm about to buy it. Perfect day, extra 250. Okay, so let's go ahead and buy the steak, in fact. Because that's a pretty easy to... Oh, they upped the price on this version. I thought it was only 2,000 before. Oh no, I don't want to try. I already know how it works. There's only like 2 recipes that are possible for it, at least at the beginning. So let's go ahead. I think it's another 2,200 to upgrade the steak. Just 2,000 to upgrade. Okay. So let's go ahead and add on the steak, get a little extra buzz going, and also get a little bit of extra money going. Wrong place. This place is where I want to check out the price, because it's $10 for a steak. That's, first of all, a pretty good deal for people, but also a good way to earn money. And when you upgrade it for 2K, you get $15 steaks, although you do have an extra ingredient to deal with. So let's go ahead and start day trace. I don't know what actual day it is. I think it's like 16 or 17 maybe. But regardless, let us start. Also, I'm sad to say that the person who was here just a minute ago has now left us. Although he he left a good bit ago, it seems, like maybe 7-8 minutes. I just didn't immediately notice. So there's just a couple basic recipes. In fact, just two for the steak. It's either season thrice and juice once, or season once, juice twice, and citrus once. I don't know how you would use citrus as a verb, but apply citrus once. And those are the only ways you can serve it. The steak does take a good while to serve up, as you could tell. It takes, I don't know, something probably like 7 seconds. So it does take a little bit of time to cook up, versus, say, the fish, which goes pretty quick once it's doing its little heating up, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, wrong button. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I'll count on the next steak. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16 seconds. And I'll find the next fish I can get to compare the time for that. Oh, chores. And for posterity's sake, we serve food here, sir. When will the next fish come so I can time it versus the 16-second steak to cook? Roughly 16. Probably more like 15 if I were to be fair. Because I probably counted pretty fast. Yeah, so we're not getting a perfect day today, unfortunately. We serve food here, sir, but we're going to get pretty darn close. Only one bad, and that was because I was dumb and pressed the wrong key. But, nonetheless, we're going to get plenty of money just because we now have steaks. I think for right now, it's not actually going to increase our profit, and if anything, it'll probably lower our profit, because they're not ordering the other things as much, which are more expensive than it. However, it will be worth it once we upgrade. Plus the extra buzz is nice. Let's hope we find a robber and see what the actual reward for it is, if it's like just a chore or if you get like a significant boost in money. I'm hoping the latter because because they just don't come that often and they take quite a bit of time, so I'd assume you'd get a good bit of compensation for it. What would we start this day with? Like $200? So we're not doing too good. Not yet, at least. We'll see about now. Yeah, I might want to take this steak off for right now since it's taking up so much time on the grill. Or whatever, I'm putting it in like a pan. But yeah, I think for right now, until I get the upgraded version, it will have to be off with its head. Like I said, two very simple recipes on that steak. It's either SSSJ enter or SJJC. I haven't upgraded the steak before, so I don't know what that new fire spice or whatever adds in terms of variation, but I'm assuming it's going to at least change up the recipes so they're harder. %buzz, not bad. getting into the nighttime bonus. Only made 400 thus far. I would have expected more, but maybe we'll get enough. Oh, okay. I was about to say, did I make a boo-boo? I did not, thankfully. I thought it was sort of like pressing the up arrow on, for example, the wine bottle, where it would just sort of stick you and you couldn't do the previous thing like changing out the bottles without managing to like prepare the steak incorrectly. So thankfully it lets you sort of change it up, so I was able to do SJSS as opposed to my usual SSSJ. It saved me. I'm no longer going to lose what I have left of this combo. Alright, didn't do bad, 500-ish? Oh, exactly. Exactly 500, not bad. Although I did get that one bad. Yeah, I know about menu rot. Got an O, yes. So it isn't when you become a one-star restaurant. However, I did just get the ability to add another, like to serve up one more item at a time. I'll just keep these 3 on there so I can get more money quicker. I can only assume like once you upgrade steak a lot, it's going to get extremely expensive for them, and therefore you make a ton of money. But for right now, it's not profitable compared to fish, beer, and wine. Well, it is compared to beer, but beer's too easy to make and too quick. Oh, I didn't even consider what I should be saving up for next other than that upgrade. I could do chicken, but I think that only gets it up to 10, so it would be equal with the steak, and it costs just less than the steak upgrade. What other things? You unlock a few breakfast items once you become a one-star restaurant. Like you can get waffles, I believe, and a sausage muffin or something like that. That sort of thing. But I don't think anything that is profitable. I think the specialty menu is more for like if you want a themed menu, so you can pair up the breakfast foods. They even have coffee on the specialty menu, I saw at one point, but it's a very interesting idea. And there's probably like a bonus for pairing up items of similar items that are similar. Lots of fish being ordered. $12 into my pocket each time someone does. $8 for beer and 8 or 15 depending on the bottle of wine. Dollars per bottle. Now, I don't know, I'm gonna have to check or something about the equipment and stuff, because, like I said, that daily special would be very good, especially on the fish. Although they already get enough attention. Maybe if I were to upgrade the wine once more and get a better bottle, I would want to do that, but I'm not sure I have the ability to do that right now. I definitely don't have the money for it, but if I'm able to afford it eventually, that'll be good. Also, I know at one point in my the save file I usually use that I completed 2 of the catering events, and they were really easy. So I have a feeling that soon I will be getting one of those. That way I can get a large sum of money very, very quickly. Because I think one that you serve like ice cream and stuff, and I think pizza on, gives you like $800. So, and it doesn't even last a half a day in this, I would say. So it's a much better deal for like how quickly you can get money. And it's also really easy, so there's no problem with doing it. I have to assume anything with salads, so is going to be tricky. No boosts, how about this? No banes nor boons. However, now we have a bane on our beer, with it being a snack food, but we have an increase in buzz because it's rush hour. At least I think that's what it means. Perfect day. If I can avoid missing this person's wine order, then yes, it would look like we are going for a perfect day. Because rush hour is approaching its end, at least I think. I honestly don't know the exact time of the end of rush hour. I think it's 7. We'll see here in a second. Yep, okay, so it is just an hour-long rush hour. I guess that is why it's called rush hour. I didn't think that through, apparently. We already got up on our profits from the other day, it looks like, because we're not serving steak. But I think within one more day we'll be able to afford the upgrade to steak and therefore make it profitable. Come on, I'm pressing right, there you go. Serve quite a few more customers if you do the quick and easy method like I am. Might have to research when, or like at what point you get the daily special upgrade available, because it's only $1,000 to get. So it's not hard by any means. It's just like 1 or 2 days of work put in. And then I can get the ability to make more money. There we go. We are closed. $625 made, plus the $250 for a perfect day. And one more day and we're going to become a 1-star restaurant. Let's see. Can't make it through the day without making a single bad order. Yeah, I'll accept that for sure. That was an easy one. Extra buzz. There's my 250 extra. Oh, and Half-Life 3 references. Because you can't have a game without funny stuff. Let's see. Still not available. I can get the toilet, but what's the point? It's so easy to take the toilet. But air conditioning might be one I want. Don't need ED certification. You'll have to check that afterwards. See what the daily special requires. I will quickly take a break. I need to go to the bathroom, but I will be back in just a second. Yes. Alright guys, we're back. And time for another day since I don't have enough for the steak upgrade. Hopefully I will if I get another perfect day here. But that's if we get a perfect day. Because that 250 bonus will be what sends us over the edge. The edge of glory, that is. Got some stinky fish going in the morning, so we got a little less buzz. But we still got a good bit of buzz considering. One of these days, I'm just going to find all the fast foods and put them on a 6-item menu so that I can have a ton of buzz and still serve fast food, like literally fast food, not like McDonald's fast food. Oh, we're one above. $1 above. Oh well. I just noticed, why did they have to ruin symmetry there? Oh, I pressed that. Oh, I pressed W. Okay. Why did they have to ruin symmetry with that middle napkin holder thing? It's facing to the left, whereas all of the others are facing right. Oh wait, no, that's the one on the end that's ruining it. I'm dumb. The one on the end is ruining it for everyone by facing to the left, whereas the middle and left ones are currently facing to the right. Macro. Expensive wine. Finally, someone who ordered the expensive wine. More expensive wine, please. It's pretty easy to do this, which is why I've been getting a lot of perfect days. But other than the fact that it's just easy, I don't think I would be able to get many, not nearly as many, perfect days as I currently am. I would certainly get a lot of perfects, like majority by far, but I could still get like 1 or 2 averages, which would ruin it for the entire day, keep me from getting my $250 bonus. So it's pretty much just easy ride until we get to the final rush hour. It'd be cool if there's sort of like a breakfast rush hour, but the store opens at like 10. No, 9. It opens at 9 for whatever reason. Oh, and I think I forgot to check about if there was a wine upgrade. Because if there is, I would get that as opposed to the steak upgrade, since it's equally as easy. Come on, cook up fish. It's almost time to have a rush hour on our hands. We've served officially over 1,000 orders, and probably of those 1,045, over 1,000 were perfect. I'm very pleased to say that. Also, it appears rush hour is at hand. Let's get some more wine coming in, and some more fish, but wine is the most expensive thing I have at the moment, so... Or at least the best wine. Other than that, the fish is, on average, more expensive. Oh, duh. I was trying to do it like a toilet for whatever reason, despite it being fish. I don't know how that ended up. Yay, lots of expensive wine during this rush hour. The morning was not so kind to me. Oh, I was about to make it a regular day. No perfect bonus or anything. Almost got the wrong kind of wine. and a thumbs up extra buzz there. Yeah, it looks like we're going to go ahead and be able to afford the steak upgrade without the 250 extra. I thought that was going to be vital to us getting the steak upgrade, but it looks like we're going to have enough if we get in a few more orders here, especially if they're all fish or expensive wine. Yep, only $40. That's only 5 beers. But we have less than an hour. Oh, now we're down to $13 in 30 minutes. We just need one more item, period. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, we didn't get it. So it's a good thing we got a perfect day. And now that we have completed 20 days of service plus all the other things, we are now a 1-star restaurant. So we get this cool new little background, yeah, it's the background for our little restaurant, as well as having an additional menu, or not like menu slot, the additional slot to prepare food. Also, the Iron Cook Kitchen Pantry is now open. I think that means I've now unlocked a new part of the challenges and stuff. Also, I won that bet, so that's another large portion of money. Any new catering? Nope, not yet. Wonder what those are. So quickly, let's check. No upgrade available for the wine right now, so I think I will go with the steak upgrade after all. Before we do that, let's quickly check on equipment, make sure I haven't unlocked anything that I would want. Yeah, okay, we're still at the same stuff it looks like. So, steak upgrade, here we come. And put it on the active menu. Got all 2-star foods, although beer only goes up to 2 stars. So, there is that. Start another day, and I think I'll make the last one, because I don't know exactly how long this has been going on. Actually, no, I'll do one more after this one, just to make sure it's over an hour. And also, thank you, Sin, for watching at least part of it, now that I found out it was you. Nice expensive $15 steaks. I'll have to see what those new combos will be with the spices. But right now I'm only getting classic steaks and that sort of thing. Oh, is this one? Here we go. So, seasoned 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 of those. Dang, that's seasoned with 2 kicks of spice. So there's at least 2 new orders that I can do with those. So they might take more time. I'll have to get that spicy seasoning or whatever onto a better hotkey than P. But yeah, now you can see I can prepare up to 4 items at a time as opposed to the usual 4. Seasoned 1, 2, 3, 4, and juicy. I think I may have put on 1 too many, but I was suspecting I put on 1 too few to begin with. So hopefully it's right. We'll find out pretty soon. Still in rush hour. Okay, now we'll see. Yeah, I was incorrect. I added 1 too many spices. Although, to be fair, they had really spicy steak. 5 is easy. Get out that beer quick. There we go. Now the extra menu, or the extra prep station, will only serve to confuse my fingers more trying to press them, because I have to sort of reach over to grab the 5. But yeah, no perfect day today at the very least. Hopefully we can rectify that for tomorrow. Now I wonder, okay, yeah, I can't change hotkeys on the fly. Gotta wait till the next day. Back to ordinary operation. Just gotta wait on the next rush hour and I'm pretty much home free from there. Hopefully I didn't put 1 too few like I thought I did last time. But I think I put the right number on. If not, I'll have to sort of get a pattern to it so that I know. Yeah, it was 1 too few. Dang. Yeah, I'm gonna have to develop a pattern for that. I think I pressed it 3 times instead of 4. Because I, for whatever reason in my mind, had S, the first spice, the regular seasoning, get confused with one of the spices or whatever. Overall, I think we're making more money. But no telling how that'll work during things like rush hour where you get more hectic orders where they come in faster, so items that take longer to cook up generally are worse. At the very least, it looks like the more demanding kinds of steak aren't as common, so that's at least good. Ooh, very nearly just made a mistake. Season 2 kegs of spice. As you can see, the orders are sort of piling up. It's not very good. You want them to sort of get here a little bit sooner. Sorry, a little bit later than when you finish your order. That way. No, you want your order to be done as soon as possible. That way you can get more orders, and that's what I mean to say. Seasoned 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll consider that 4. Honestly, I have to find a better way to split it up. Like maybe just have a brief pause. The 2 I can deal with. Once it gets to 4, things get weird. There's another average. I put too much of the seasoning, or too much of the spice. Keep doing that. I need to change that up. But overall, it looks like I made a lot more money. There we go, and we're closed. Made about 800? Yeah, that's a good bit more money than I made the previous day, and that wasn't even a perfect day. Okay, so we need another 20 days, upgrade 1 more food, purchase another station, get 2 safety inspections passed, and do at least 2 catering things here. Let's see. Is there a new one? There is not. From what I've played on my own, I'm pretty sure they just sort of come and go, or like they just keep adding in. They don't require you to complete the previous one to unlock the next. So let's see. Okay, thanks for the mystery tickets. Yeah, I know about prep stations, I know about menu rot and spam. Gotta keep checking for that daily special. Not yet. Let's see. I think I'm gonna go with a new station. Go ahead and buy the stove, because I believe you're going to need that in order to get the lobster. But it's going to be a 2-star item for sure. Yeah, see? Oh no, that just means it's slow cooking. But it starts off at $10 a piece. So, not really any way to beat that. So yeah, as you can see in the specialty, we unlocked all these different breakfast items. We got coffee, hash browns, breakfast sandwich, and pancakes. With several different kinds of syrup, I'm guessing. There's also sushi, which I think is fairly difficult, but not too hard. Stir fry for the next tier as well. Peach cobbler? No, that doesn't look like banana. That's banana foster, apparently. Kebabs, which I know are really hard, because I have to go in a specific order. And enchiladas. So let us once more dive into the fray for the final day. Also, that's a lot of buzz. 57%. That is a lot, and it's going to go up to 62 the second we switch over. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Oh, too juicy. That may have been my problem last time. And I forgot to change the key binding. Oh well. It'll change to 62 at night. So we'll hopefully get a lot of customers. Like, look how many customers are coming in, even with just the items we have. If we had more items, there's a higher buzz, so they would come in more. So not a bad day, it looks like. Although during rush hour, I can't imagine how much I would get. At the first lunch hour, in about 40 minutes, I'm at least going to have a good amount of people coming in. Going to make me plenty of money. Yep, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Some basic steaks. I think at some point, maybe it's the next fish upgrade or something, but I'm pretty sure it gets like an additional step or something. Sorry, man ordering the beer. I have to take out the trash. AKA you. I'm sorry, just give me your money. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. I think I did that right. It's just gonna take some getting used to, I guess, in order to do that perfectly. So that's just 4 is the magic number where my brain stops counting. Oh, I did it right. First lunch hour, or first rush hour is over, and we made a good bit of money already. Season 2 spice. Looks like a downswing or something based on that little buzz modifier there. Downswing after the rush hour. Oh no, don't tell me I just left the seasoning off because I didn't press the key down fully. Okay, good. It's just so hard to see against the fish whether or not you put it there. So I was fairly certain this wasn't going to be a perfect day. There we go. %57 buzz. Even during these idle moments, I'm getting up to 3 orders, albeit not at the same time, but fairly close. At the very least, while the 2 others are cooking up, I get a 3rd order. Rush hour, alright. Let's see how this goes. All this steak is getting ordered. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Lots of items up at once. That's why they gave us the extra slot for serving, the extra prep station, as it were. Looks like a hopeful, perfect day. %67 buzz, dang. That is a good bit of extra buzz that I got. It's because of that extra thumbs up plus the bonus we get from it being nighttime. Only 2 hours left, and I've already served a lot more people than I usually do. It's because all these people ordering in the breaks. Even this cheap wine is making me a lot of money. I'm not so upset that they're ordering the cheap one because they're probably forking a lot of dough over for everything else. Only about 40 minutes left. Ooh. I think we're gonna break our record for most number of people served perfectly. And this is the last order. Thank you, Mr. Really weird looking chin. It's sort of like a recessed chin, but it's also a cleft chin. So it looks weird, especially with his bulbous head. But thank you for your money anyway. Made about the exact same amount of money. Made 69 perfect orders. Made 32 in tips. No crumbs made. I think that's again to do with the food. Not so much like incorrect clicks or anything. And we should get about $1,065 since we just got the $250 bonus salad upgrade. Extra $50 for an apparent lawsuit. Under the grounds that... what? Interesting. Some weather today, menu rot I'm aware, and that seems like spam. So let's see. Soup, $8. Yeah, complex. And it takes a long time apparently. What about this? Pasta. $8. That's a lot of things, although it doesn't say it's complex. I can always do salad, although that has a lot of items too. So basically I'm at where I want to be right now. The only things I could possibly do is upgrade this to make it a little more expensive, but then it's detracting from some of the more expensive items like steak. But I think nonetheless that I've been streaming over an hour thus far, and so until next time, guys. Oh, bye there.